Well, Craigs, we spoke to you yesterday. You said it wasn't all about the result, more about the performance. You got a bit of both tonight, didn't you?
Well, we did. It's we have. I think we have a way we want to try and play, without overplaying at times. But we want people to get on the ball. We want people to be comfortable in possession of the ball. So I think first half is probably as good as it's been. James got up after the game there, James McFadden, and said it's been a long time since he enjoyed the first half as much as he enjoyed that one. So I think credit has to go to them all. The warning sign at half time was, don't think it's too easy. Don't get fed up showing for the ball. Don't get fed up passing the ball. Don't give the opposition any kind of inroads into the game. Keep them at bay. I think they got a little bit of luck with the goal, and then suddenly in a game you should be leading 3 or 4-0. You have to find a little bit of composure again. You have to make sure you don't suddenly open yourself up and panic a little bit. So I think we showed good maturity when it got back to 2-1. We eventually wrestled the game back into our hands again. The third goal was icing the cake, but if I'm being totally honest, I think it could have been a lot more.
Lots of positives tonight, like you said, but is maybe that one of the negatives then, that there weren't more goals tonight?
Well, if there's ever such a thing, yeah. It's young Dylan Faulkner going through and striking him on his left foot when he probably could have taken another touch and used his right. And going through on his right foot, and he probably should have put it in his left. So just finding his feet, just putting the game to bed, that's the big thing. It was funny, the manager came by with about 15 minutes to go and he says sometimes it's reminiscent of the first team. They're in a game, they're doing okay, they're winning, they get chances and they miss them, and then suddenly the game can open up and can go against you. So as I say, that composure was good, the fact that they regained it. Lots of good performances. I think some people had their probably best performance of the season tonight. Alan Campbell, had a tough night last week against Airdrie, probably as good as he's been. Tom Fry, probably as good as he's been. And Lee Lucas was just a player full of composure and calmness. And I think he settled us down at the right times. And for young players to play with some of that ability, I think it was excellent. And then, of course, with that old guy McFadden playing away there, his skill's unbelievable. Sometimes you can't get away from people the way he used to, but just his hold-up play and his appetite and his enthusiasm for the game. I think that inspires young players. As a young player playing on my team, I want the older players to come in and set the standard and set the tone. Yeah, to do things wrong and to give the ball away, but I think he inspired a lot of our young players tonight.
It's quite a journey up here for you all tonight. Did you feel that might have had an impact on the game, perhaps being a wee bit rusty perhaps after the journey? Or
yeah, that's always a concern, when you travel on the day, and that's what 20s have to do. The first team do that as well, so you have to get used to doing that. Nothing's ever comfortable in football. We go in, stay in hotels and everything's rosy for you. So yeah, they stuck to their task. We were here just over an hour before the game. We had a good warm-up, we're ready to go. So there is always that slight concern that players can use it as an excuse, but we'd warned them before the game. No excuses, go out, do what we have to do, add to the performances of Edinburgh and Airdrie I spoke to you yesterday. We want to keep adding on it and building on it, and people adding individual performances, team performances getting better. So I think tonight we improved. We did again, we improved again, but it's just a start for us. We've Aberdeen next week who beat us twice last season, so we want to make sure we're prepared for that. We'll train hard all week and we'll get ready for it.
Well, great start, Craigs, and all the best going forward.
Thanks,
Cheers.